All right, I have a bond pricing problem here. Here's number one. Suppose a $1,000 face value bond with a coupon rate of 5.65% has 10 years until maturity and is currently priced to yield 6.23%. What is the price of the bond? Okay, so our objective is to calculate the price of the bond. A couple of things to note here is recall that the price of the bond is equal to the present value of the coupons of the bond. So these are all of the coupons in present value terms, and I'm going to add up all those coupons plus the present value, the face value of the bond at maturity, where maturity is cap T. Okay, and so we're trying to find the price of the bond. Before we even calculate the price of the bond, let's talk about some of these concepts here. So the market determines the price of the bond, the left-hand side of the equation, as well as the yield to maturity, which is the rate R. The firm determines the coupon rate, the face value, and the time to maturity. Again, the firm comes to the market and says we have a $1,000 face value bond, the coupon rate is 5.65%, 10 years until maturity, and then they turn to the market, they say, what will you pay for it? If the market thinks that this bond is actually riskier than the coupon rate of 5.65%, then the price of this bond is going to be less than $1,000. So we're already making some inferences before we even get started. So we're going to put this into our financial calculator. Of course, our objective is to calculate the present value of the bond. The face value of the bond is the principal amount of the bond, which is going to be a negative $1,000. It's negative because it's an outflow to the firm from the firm's perspective. The payment on this bond is going to be negative 56.50. That is 5.65% of the $1,000 face value. Notice that in this problem, I don't say anything about how frequently coupons are paid, and therefore we can just assume that coupons are paid annually. So the bondholder is going to get a payment of $56.50 every year, and I have the yield to maturity of 6.23%. Of course, N is going to be the number of years until maturity, which is 10. And I'm going to solve for the present value. Okay, I'm going to have a negative $1,000 face value, negative 56.50 payment. Again, those two things are negative because they're outflows from the firm's perspective. I have I over Y equaling 6.23% and N equaling 10. The objective is to solve for the present value or the current price of the bond. I compute present value. And consistent with our intuition, we get $957.77, which is lower than $1,000, which suggests that when the firm came to the market saying, here's our bond, here's the coupon rate, and here's 10 years until maturity, the market said, listen, you're riskier than 5.65%, so we'll only buy this bond at a discount or at a price less than $1,000.